Effective medical equipment planning requires accountability, continuity, and real-world experience across the full project lifecycle. It is not just about selecting equipment, it is about aligning people, decisions, and data early enough to prevent gaps later. This presentation outlines how that alignment is achieved through IMEQ.
My professional background spans nearly 2 decades, with experience on both the owner side and the consulting side. I spent 7 years in direct leadership roles supporting health systems, including Mainline Health and the University of Maryland Medical System, serving as a medical equipment planner, contract manager, and later as manager of medical equipment planning. In parallel, I bring 12 years of national consulting experience with organizations such as Shen Milsom & Wilk, ECRI Institute, Healthcare Building Solutions, and MedEquip International. This dual perspective allows me to understand not only how equipment should be planned, but how decisions impact design, construction, procurement, and activation in practice.
When we talk about medical equipment planning, we are not just talking about clinical devices. Medical equipment planning encompasses everything required to support patient care, clinical workflows, and operational efficiency.
A single patient room includes beds, monitors, ultrasound equipment, and ventilators, but also dispensers, head walls, mirrors, grab bars, casework, appliances, furniture, artwork, computers, televisions, and clocks. Each of these elements affects infrastructure, workflow, budget, and responsibility. When items are planned in silos or deferred too late, gaps emerge. Comprehensive coordination requires a structured, integrated approach from the very beginning.
The IMEQ strategy is built around a simple principle: gaps are preventable. A culture of no gaps means proactively identifying scope, ownership, and coordination issues before they reach the field.
This approach evolved from real project experience, where fragmented planning consistently led to late changes, redesigns, and cost impacts. IMEQ formalizes a disciplined process that aligns teams early and sustains that alignment through project completion.
This strategy is grounded in practical tools and repeatable workflows. Using real patient room examples, IMEQ applies structured room templates supported by an electronic medical equipment database.
The Medical Equipment Responsibility Matrix, or MER, clearly defines who owns each item across MEQ, IT, FF&E, facilities, and clinical teams. By replacing assumptions with clarity, teams reduce risk and increase reliability.
IMEQ directly supports a culture of high reliability. Just as healthcare organizations strive for zero preventable harm in clinical care, equipment planning should strive for zero preventable gaps in design and delivery. High reliability in the built environment means consistent processes, clear ownership, and dependable outcomes, regardless of project size or complexity. At its core, IMEQ connects people, data, and decisions. It brings together medical equipment, IT systems, FF&E, and clinical stakeholders into a single coordinated framework. Rather than handing information off between disciplines, all stakeholders work from the same source of truth, using shared assumptions and aligned timelines. This coordination reduces friction, rework, and late-stage surprises.
Procurement is not an isolated phase. It is the outcome of upstream planning decisions. Through IMEQ, procurement is informed by validated room templates, agreed-upon standards, and clearly defined scope. By the time vendor engagement begins, teams are aligned, comparisons are meaningful, and procurement decisions are defensible.
IMEQ manages complexity through subject matter nesting. Clinical departments each bring unique workflows, standards, and operational priorities. And IMEQ provides a framework that allows those differences to be coordinated rather than siloed. This ensures departmental needs are respected while remaining aligned within a unified project framework.
Driving consensus is one of the most critical and most underestimated elements of successful healthcare projects. IMEQ drives consensus by making scope, ownership, cost, and impact visible and data-driven. When decisions are transparent and shared early, alignment follows, reducing conflict, avoiding late compromises, and keeping projects moving forward with confidence.
IMEQ spans the entire design and construction lifecycle, from concept and schematic design through design development, construction documents, construction administration, procurement, warehousing, delivery, installation, activation, and closeout. The same data and decision logic carry forward. This continuity prevents scope erosion and preserves early intent through occupancy. The most critical opportunity for success occurs early. Integration must begin during concept and schematic design, when assumptions are formed and coordination either happens or is deferred. By aligning clinical departments and support teams early, projects avoid late gaps, overlaps, and costly redesigns, creating a smooth transition into design development.
At the center of IMEQ is a single source of truth, the IMEQ database. This is a living coordination platform that supports design, budgeting, procurement, and activation. When everyone works from the same data, reliability becomes repeatable, not reactive.
IMEQ, Integrated Medical Equipment Planning, represents the most complete and efficient approach to equipment integration in healthcare design. If you would like to discuss how this process can support your upcoming projects, I welcome the opportunity to connect. Thank you for your time.